speaking of eating lunch, what a segue. I was the other day, actually yesterday, I was out running some errands. I actually finally got my car registered in the state of California, which is a whole nother rant I could go on, and how expensive it is.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. It took me a long
5 years?
time. And I paid heartily for my sins,
Hey,
let me tell you.
you'll adopt everything from California, right? Except the license plate.
That's right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You can't take my PA license plate
Get
from
the
me.
hell out of here.
But anyway, they just make it an expensive hassle. I mean, to be fair, I get it. There's a lot of people in California operating vehicles, but oh man. Anyway, but I was out doing that and I was getting lunch at the same time. I was coming back and I'm turning right onto Santa Monica Boulevard. Not that really matters, but
okay.
I mean, people can
we'll
come.
go with it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And I look over and I see out of the corner of the left side of my eye that there's some large black man waving me, like cutting into my lane in a vehicle and like waving at me, like frantically. So I'm like, I don't know what happened. My first thought is I'm going to die, but I hadn't even looked over.
Anytime I see a large black man, that's my first thought too.
In LA, like I don't know, I don't know. So I look over, and it is no one other than Neil deGrasse Tyson in the car right next to me. Yes.
Of course, he gets excited.
Yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know, with some, no, I'm 100% serious. I roll down my window, and I literally go, Neil deGrasse Tyson? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was hoping you recognized me. He's like, I need a favor, man. I'm like, what? He's like, do you think we could get all the way over? Dude, I know you're not going to believe me.
What?
He's like, can I get all the way over? And I'm trying to take a right on Santa Monica. And I was like, yeah, sure. So there was like a moment where the light hadn't changed yet. So literally I talked to him for like a minute and a half and he's like, how's your day going, man? I was like, oh, it's going good.
But this whole time you keep calling him Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah, deGrasse.
deGrasse.
I don't know.
Well,
You're referring to it.
I even said it in
Canadian.
That's probably why he was like,
yeah.
probably why he was like,
He's like, yeah, close enough. Well, I'll just let him go.
he was
with
like, whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't there an I in it or some shit in his name?
No, deGrasse Tyson.
No.
There's an
Why do
Neil.
I'm thinking,
Neil. Yeah.
no, whatever.
deGrasse Tyson.
I don't know where I got the I from.
No, we had him. I got to shake his hand one time because
He was at
the
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah.
That's what it was. No, he was really cool. It was just cool. It was such a random, like the fact that I was at the intersection right next to him. It was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
Neil
exciting.
deGrasse, real good friend of mine.
So, yeah.
Did you get his number?
No, I didn't get his number. I almost thought about saying to him, I was going to be like, I was going to be I was like, can I take a picture of this so I can post it on Reddit? Like, it's such a horror. I was like, yeah, I can't do that. That's just totally.
I'm sure he would have let you do it.
He would have too.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was the way that you
Nice
say,
guy.
hey, aren't you APL from Team Respawn?
yeah, I know. I was.
Get me on radio.
I might say that.
Well, I remember there was a funny story after Comic-Con because of that, because like Jordan had to drive him to the next thing.
Oh, okay.
And
Right,
Jordan could
yeah.
tell that I was a big fan, but I didn't want to like I'd already shook the guy's hand. I didn't want to creep him out by then being in the car with him. So then Jordan takes him, and I guess along the way, Neil deGrasse is like, oh, sorry, I got to pick up a friend. Would you mind if we just stop for a second so we can pick this person up?
Yeah.
So Jordan's like a affable dude. He just does it. And
Turns out it was a hooker.
no, it was Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, wow.
Oh man. So. Oh
funny.
God. That's
And then,
nice.
and then along the way, they just talked about doing Cosmos, and that is their new plan for their new show. And I was like, I really,
Wow. That was a good day to be his
Congratulations.
driver.
You should have just jumped into the car.
yeah.
That's awesome. No, he's a cool dude, and Brett interviewed him at Comic-Con, and he seemed really really cool too. So
Yep, very down to earth,
Anyway,
affable
yeah,
fellow.
really
That is
good friend of mine.
hilarious, man.
Neil deGrasse.
No deGrasse.
Out of all the large black men you could
Neil
have
deGrasse
The only thing I
Tyson.
can think of that was in my head is because there was a show called Degrassi.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
You don't have to
It's like he's having trouble even. You can't even handle that I messed that up.
I just think it's funny because it's like, he's just like, I don't know, this kid kept calling me deGrasse.
Yeah, the whole time. I don't.
Seems like he kind of knew me.
He kind of
It
recognized
seems
me.
that or he just assumed
There's
it was
an E
your...
at the end of that middle name, right? So he's probably gotten that more than a few
It's either
times.
that or he just assumed you had like a weird accent.
That could be too.
Like,
Maybe
I don't
he's
want.
just in
I don't want
advance.
to. I don't want to think that he was judging me at all. I think he just had a great interaction with me. I don't think we need to go any deeper than that, Borif. So.
Yeah.
Did he school you on some
Don't
kind
go
of...
too far.
He didn't know. I was going to ask him. It's like in that moment. Oh, but I literally, I literally said to him, I was like, no one's going to believe me. And he laughed and he was like, yeah. He's like, well, you and me know. He's like, so that's good. That's
good enough.
That was nice of him.
Yeah.
So he's a cool dude.
There's what celebrity has those business cards that he hands out that says yes? It says on there, I met so and so.
Oh, really?
Is it Neil Patrick Harris or
No,
somebody?
it's not. It's older than that. I want to say it's like Chevy Chase or something. I don't know. But on the card it says yes. This is something along the lines of like yes. This is proof that I met.
That's
so-and-so.
cool. So
It's
yeah,
an
but
autograph.
he passes them out, and then it's like
Yeah.
show your friends for
We should
bragging
make
rights.
some for you. if
We
you
should.
want. And we should
Yeah.
hand them out to.
Make life-
Is that Bill Murray?
All the
it
people
might
that
be
want
Bill
my
Murray.
cards.
Sounds like something Bill
That
Murray would
sounds-
It
do.
might be Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Because it's also kind of a lazy way out. Like you don't actually have to take a photo with someone.
Yeah,
you
you
just
just
hand
do
them a
that.
card and be like,
It's like,
get
no,
out
no,
of
no,
my
no.
face.
Yeah.
No pictures. Here you go.
This was also on, speaking of
take this.
Reddit, this was on Reddit a while ago. There was a picture of Tom Hanks sitting
yeah.
next to that dude who's passed out, and apparently the dude obviously had a drunken night, woke up and found these pictures of Tom Hanks with his arm around him on his phone, because I don't know
Hold on.
what.
I got to be a buzzkill on that one because
it's fake.
it's not true. It's fake.
I
Like,
can figure it out. Like, I was
dang
thinking
it,
to myself,
I
when he
knew
put
it.
like a password on his phone or something,
Right,
so I
it
could
doesn't
get
really
in.
make sense.
I don't have a password on my phone.
What was the
but you
true
can get-
story?
yeah.
the true story is that he just walked up and like Tom Hanks was just like, sure, I'll take a bunch of photos with you. Like, you know, you
Right.
got drunk and passed out.
Oh, okay,
So
so he
it's
wanted
like-
to make him a story.
I mean, it's
that-
still a
It's not
cool.
that off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
But
still cool because Tom Hanks was willing to like just do that
That's
for some
cool.
random dude who wandered up
Yeah,
to him.
and
at a
anytime
bar.
I see those long-winded stories on Facebook or something.
Oh, that one,
some
yeah, it was on
of those-
Facebook
Yeah.
too.
It's like
I check scope like that.
It's just like I know it's bullshit immediately.
Scope?
Is that what is that?
Snopes.
Snopes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not scope.
See, we all mess up. We all say things
Yeah,
incorrect.
now you guys are even, except for me. I said everything perfectly
Well,
so far.
you do.
Yeah,
That's your Indian heritage in you. It's your
Sure.
upbringing.
that's what it is. It's all Indian. It's been race into the equation.
I didn't mean to bring race into the equation, but I just meant that you guys dot your T's
You
and
got really serious about it. No. Oh, okay.
you guys dot your T's and cross your I's real good.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
real
it.
learned. I'm a learned man. I did want to get your guys' take on something. We've talked about this a little bit, and Borif, I definitely want your take on it because we don't get to eat lunch all that often together. But paranormal things. You know that's something that Sark and I have mentioned many times of that we are always interested in that stuff.
You guys, yeah, I'm into it. You guys
You're
have been
into it,
pushing
too?
that whole, you want to go out there and shoot a show out.
Yeah, I want to go out to some haunted
Paranormal
location,
stuff.
bring cameramen, get all the equipment, dude, and like do EVP stuff. Now I know I can already see your skeptical face, Borif.
Yep.
But I wanted to share an experience I had the other night, which really isn't an experience. It probably was totally not anything paranormal. But I had just gotten done watching VHS at home. Really scared the crap out of myself. Really, to be honest. It was late at night. I mean,
You
it's
really
not.
don't.
It's not that scary. Some of they're just more disturbing than scary. But I was kind of,
Yeah, to each your own.
it was watching it by yourself. I was a little freaked out. So it was like 1 o'clock at night, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like about to go to bed, but I was in that, you know how you get in that spook state after you watch something scary? You're just kind of like in the back of your mind, you're like, what if that shit actually? What if that actually
That happened to me with Mama. Like I kept I kept
Mama,
getting my
yeah.
feet up from underneath the bed because I was
Exactly. Expecting to look down and see that
like,
face.
Thank you.
yeah, nothing gets me, but that one got me a little bit.
I'm glad that Mama got you like that. But anyway, so it was like 1 o'clock, and I'm sitting there. My door's open. You can see my kitchen from my bedroom, and all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know, I'm just browsing the internet or something. I hear there's dishes in the sink. I literally hear what sounds like a dish being picked up and dropped in the sink. It's like, and it's loud. Rishi's asleep at this point, but I'm like, you know, and I'm already all amped up. So it literally happens. I wish I could have had a camera on my face because I was like. I literally looked like dramatic groundhog or something. I was like, that can't be real.
Yeah.
So I literally stood up and I was like, I have to go see what that is. Like I didn't really want to. My lights are on in my house. It's not even dark. I'm such a pussy. So I like start walking. I start walking out and I'm like peering around the corner of into my kitchen. And it happens, not the exact same noise, but this time it sounds like a glass like shifted. So I'm like, oh, maybe we have mice or something. I don't know. Like I've never seen one, but
We got roaches.
it must be big roaches, dude. Lifting plates up.
Those are strong motherfuckers. I'll tell
Radioactive.
you.
Am I accidentally microwaving these
You got
things?
ants.
Yeah, there's a reason
You
they-
have ants.
Yeah, that's true.
I go over, and sure enough, there is a display. The dish. I mean, I didn't memorize where the dirty dishes were, but it looked like a dish was like off shovel. So the only thing I can think of, it could be what you were saying, radioactive cockroaches. It could be mice. It could have been an earthquake that I didn't realize was happening, though I feel like I would have felt that.
And it can't just be reasonably settling dishes.
Yeah, it wasn't like misplaced in a way that.
Like
just-
No,
was
I mean
like-
they were sitting on top like the flat.
Yeah,
it wasn't like there was like movement. I mean, so it was off kilter. So, I mean, I just think there's I always take the simplest explanation. There must be a ghost.
It's gotta be the ghost.
That likes dishes, and it's probably running. It's a reoccurring. What do they call that when the
Poltergeist?
No, it's a different kind of haunting. God, I haven't watched Ghost Hunters in a while. Very, very informative show. You should really check it out.
Oh, you're talking about that haunting.
But the hauntings where it's like where it just
coincidence.
replays the same thing over and over.
Coincidence. That's the
No,
one.
okay. Well, see, that's not what I know. But
Bullshit, that's what they call it.
I think that's the one.
so that's actually a really bad experience to share because that could literally have been anything. But that's just recent, so I'm scared the crap out of me.
I got a little theory for you. What if that was a lady who was killed while she was doing the dishes,
That's what I'm saying.
and now she keeps coming back
She's
to
coming
doing your
back to
That's what I'm
dishes?
saying.
I think you can exploit this, and you'll never have to do dishes again.
Man, you can actually have her clean your whole apartment.
Leave
You
your
don't need.
dirty dishes there.
Oh my God.
Next day, see if they come
That's
out.
genius. That's a good
If you
point.
leave a good tip, maybe she'll start doing the rest of the,
Right.
the place.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
leave out everything to make cookies and see
Yeah.
what happens by morning.
I'm gonna leave out my clothes. They're ironed and hung up when I come home. Like, what is
Leave a
this?
little-
The best ghost
Leave
ever.
like a little French maid outfit.
Well,
with a
whatever.
feather.
It'll just be like walk. I won't be able to see an apparition. It'll just be walking a French maid outfit.
Yeah.
I just see the duster, disembodied, cleaning my TV.
Be like
Oh, that's weird. I don't know.
Ghostbusters.
So anyway,
Yeah.
all that to say, all that really lame paranormal story. I have other ones that are not as lame. But what do your guys' take on the whole paranormal thing? Do you guys believe in it at all? Or what would you? Okay, Bort, let's start with you. You're shaking your head.
The thing is, I've never seen anything that's been so strange as to make me think there can't be something real to have made it happen. And sometimes I'll see things that are like real things that happen that I think are cooler than the paranormal stories. Like, a couple days ago, I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, like bolted upright out of bed, like with like an immediate like fear panic response. Didn't really think anything about it, went back to sleep, but then checked, somebody on Facebook had posted, did anyone hear that thunderclap like 2 days ago or whatever it was that woke everybody up at like 2 o'clock in the morning? Found out a whole bunch of my friends had all gotten waken up by the same thing. So it was just this weird coincidence from like, oh, so
That's cooler than thinking that maybe you were being abducted by aliens.
No.
That can't be.
Aliens,
That's
cool.
not cooler.
Yeah,
We all
Sorry.
were woken up when like
Yeah.
some dumpster fell.
How is that? That's not cooler. Come on, Bort.
Yeah.
well,
not
okay,
cool.
if you don't want to do that one, then how about
we got another one.
He's got a lot of examples.
Okay.
spooky
Next one.
motion across distance? The Einstein theory of quantum entanglement, where something
Oh,
can cause
boy.
another thing to move without actually touching it.
You lost me after spooky.
I don't.
What?
I checked out after Einstein.
Well, all
Okay.
I'm saying, it sounds like a soul song, but it's actually.
Can you say it again in layman's
So
terms?
you think everything can be explained? I'm not even saying that paranormal stuff. This would be my argument. I'm not saying paranormal stuff is truly paranormal, like unexplainable. It just may be things like you were saying in science that we don't understand yet. Like, what if there is some kind of energy we don't understand that I don't know, or follow, like when we die, is it over? Is there?
Is there more
That could
to
be
life? Does the
scientific.
spirit continue on
Oh,
and
see,
so forth? No?
It's
he doesn't
pretty
like
much,
that.
It's pretty much done. Like I've never
Yeah,
seen the
it's game
ghost of a
over?
chicken.
You've never
Well,
seen it.
you
It
haven't
doesn't
seen
mean-
it.
Yeah.
I actually.
You've also never seen the ghost of a real person either. So
Yeah,
it's
but
kinda
not seeing
true.
something doesn't mean it exists.
Not seeing something doesn't mean it exists. Of course not.
Like I haven't seen a unicorn either, and unicorns don't exist. Probably
You put it probably there. They could
because I can't be everywhere, so
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
like
exactly.
empirically say. But the thing is, I
Yeah.
don't think there are any ghosts. I just don't think it's a thing. Like I don't think it's like, you know.
Okay.
I mean, it's a chemical reaction, and it ends, and it's so important to like have a real connection with people when they're here, simply because once they're not here, they're not here.
So
Sorry to
you
bring it
take
down, guys.
no afterlife or nothing like that as a positive thing that we should
Yeah.
connect with the people that we love
Yeah.
right now
here on Earth.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it, embrace
live
it.
now.
Right now, here's the moment.
I'm just kidding. Boo. No, that was good. No, that was good. That's a good way to put it, though. That's a more. I get annoyed when the people that are like straight up like, no, that's dumb. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I'll still enjoy
I'm
a movie.
open-minded to
if
it.
it's in a movie,
Yeah.
like I'm willing to like go. I'll forget science. Like if it's Poltergeist,
Right.
I'm like, okay, that whole building's like vanishing into a point of light. That's badass. Or the guy's
Sure.
face is melting. That's crazy. But
Patrick Swayze talking to Whoopi Goldberg. Great stuff.
Oh God.
ugh,
No, you don't like
That's
that? No.
based on fact.
That's a real
Yeah,
movie.
that's a
Yeah,
documentary.
real story, yeah.
I keep waiting for him to do the sequel. Except
He's,
there's no
he's
such
actually a
thing as
ghost
ghosts.
this time. Yeah.
What about you two? That's Boris's take.
I got a whole side of like, there's like, it's like a pocket of a family specifically that they really believe in it.
Oh, I want to meet these
And
people.
they have this thing where there's a girl that follows them. So they've moved around a lot their whole life.
Oh, this
And,
is the shit I love.
and every
Oh
single
God, I'm getting
time-
chills already.
Every single time they're
Hold me,
in
Boris.
a new house, they talk about a little girl always hanging out in the backyard, just watching them. And here's,
Oh,
here's
God.
the shitty part is the house we live in now, they used to live in. They moved out, and we moved in like maybe like almost 20 years ago. So I was
Yeah.
a little kid.
Yeah, yeah.
So coming into that house, I was always, shit, get scared.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm like, the little girl's back there. I don't even want nothing to do with this. But I've never had anything like too bad, like real
Right.
scary that's
Yeah.
happened to me.
But you have had something.
No, well, I've gotten scared, but
Yeah.
it ended up being something totally else. Like, so I was my room has like a window, a huge window, and it leads to like the backyard kind of driveway because our garage is in the back. So there's a driveway right there, and I always used to leave it open while I was playing on the Xbox, and it's dark as hell, so you can't see out, but you get like a cool breeze coming in. It was awesome. And then we had these motion lights that turn on whenever something passes by. And one time, the light turned on, and I looked over, and it turned off like pretty quickly. So there was like a split second where I thought I saw like an outline of someone, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" So I got got up to the window, and I'm kind of looking, and I think I hear something like breathing or something. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh God.
And I'm looking, I'm staring. And then
Oh God.
the light turns on, and there's a dude
Oh
standing
my
there.
God.
What?
And
I would've lost
dude,
it.
I shrieked. I was like, oh my God. I got scared. I was like,
You shrieked. Wait, what?
yeah, I was like,
Sounded like a bald eagle.
just like that.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what
I
that
don't know
is.
if that's a
I don't know if that's a bald eagle either.
So
What was the deal? What is this dude doing back there?
So it turns out not the person that lives next to me, but the neighbor next to them, they have a son that was like, he was this crazy guy. He was always doing drugs. He was always stealing, and he was always hopping over people's fences to get to his place. And apparently, he was high on something, and he just kind of zoned out and was standing in our driveway, just there. And apparently, he's done it to other people, but this is the first and only time it's ever happened to us.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, we called.
Wow.
I yelled at my dad, and we called the cops. And
That's so fun. I wonder how many paranormal experiences were just some really high dude on drugs. Like, because like, what if he was just in, like one time happened in your neighborhood? That would be legendary story in your
Yeah,
family.
right.
Of this dude just standing, like staring at my window.
Yeah.
It's like you're done for.
He was just standing there, and I got so scared, and we called the cops, and the cops came and picked him up, and that's when the neighbor told us that he's been in and out of jail, he's been in like halfway houses, he's always doing drugs, and he's always jumping over people's.
I mean, my go-to
That's crazy.
thing would just get like a
Backyards.
hose and just spray him down.
Yeah,
Off
like an
the
animal.
porch. Off the porch.
Get off my
Get a
lawn.
broom and just kind of chase him off with the broom.
Pull out the shotgun.
Just get a broom and a garbage can and just start
Yeah.
banging.
And I've seen this guy walking
Raccoon or
around
something.
several times. Like after that, I'm like, yeah, it's that guy. And he was tall, dark dude, real skinny. So it's almost like Slender Man.
Like, oh God, not slender.
Yeah. So that.
So it wasn't really. It wasn't actually
No,
paranormal.
but
This is
just
more the
explained it
Borf
away.
side, where Borf would be like, "See, everything's explainable."
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That was
But
scary.
you know what, motherfucker? Not everything's explainable. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There can't be.
True.
I'm one of those people that need not everything to be explained.
Well, I mean,
I need the mystery.
As close
Don't
as you,
take it from
as
me.
close as you get to an answer, you'll never really know the truth.
Well, that's true. Wow, that's deep.
Never. Even if you do have some kind of scientific explanation for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually
there's always room
there's
for doubt,
always
right? There's always
subdividing. Yeah.
right,
There's
yeah.
always room for doubt. Yeah.
What about you, Kunal? What's your take on that? Have you
well-
had experiences on any of that?
I did, but it was so long ago. You start to wonder if you've
Oh,
just
no.
kind of recreated the story in a
Oh,
way that
do
makes
tell.
it scarier than it actually is.
Or it was just you coming home from a drunk stupor.
Well, I was like 11 years old, so I didn't start drinking that
I
early.
started young.
He's like, it was 12, granted, but
Here's the thing. I'm from New Hampshire, and one of my friends, supposedly he said there was a Native American burial ground where his house was built,
oh, jeez.
like long ago. And me and a friend were staying at this kid's place for like a sleepover, again 11 or 12 years old. And we were going to his bedroom to sleep for the night. We were all passing out, and he has a dog, and the dog kept coming into the bedroom, and we were trying to sleep, so we kept taking the dog back out. And eventually it got so annoying, we were like, screw this, we're closing the door, we're locking the door, and there's no way to unlock the door from the other side. And every 15 minutes, we keep hearing this like pawing. So the owner of the house, the friend, he opens the door, getting frustrated, opens the door. The dog isn't there anymore. So he closes it, he locks it again, we go back to sleep. We hear again the pawing, the clawing at the door again, we're clawing, and then this is like going on for a while, so he gets frustrated, opens the door, looks out, the dog's not there, closes, locks it again, and then finally the panting and the clawing goes again. This time the door unlocks, and the door opens,
Oh my God.
and there's no dog again.
What?
There's no dog, And me and my friend were sleeping on the floor, and we freaked out. We just jumped into the bed. The other guy were like, I don't care. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Holy shit.
We don't know where the dog was. We looked around, it wasn't there for the rest of that day. We didn't even like explore. We just stayed in that room. We were just like, fuck it.
Jeez.
Put the sheets over us and passed the fuck out.
Wow, that's terrifying. Yeah, that would have. Oh.
It's spoon for
And
this.
again, the door unlocked from...
Yeah, from a way that's not
Yeah,
supposed to be able to do
there's
that.
no way it could have been unlocked from out the other side of the door.
Huh.
So that's the
Wow.
one thing that kind of just said, all right, there's something going on here that's not normal.
That is weird.
You know, the other 16, 17 years of my life, no issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I still kind of...
Just
That
had
was
a vague memory of a ghost dog when you were like 12.
Ghost dog, yeah, that's the one thing.
Explain that one, Borf, by
Yeah, explain
science,
it.
please. Real quick. Love the scientific
Ghost
explanation.
dog.
Well,
Ghost dogs.
Go.
I'm kidding.
ghost
I'm kidding.
dogs? Well, you know, he's
You
a
don't have to.
child.
I mean,
Forrest Whitaker movie. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
no, I mean, I've had like, even my mom's side of the family, I would bring up like, I forget, one time I was talking about paranormal stuff, and my aunt and my uncle, who have never talked about this stuff, their ears perked up, and they're like, "We talking about like ghosts?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, growing up, this is what I found out later. My mom was not a part of this, but she had a lot of siblings, so they all shared a room, and my aunt and my uncle. And I think two of the other girls, they were all in this one room when they were younger, and they used to have this experience where, like, night after night, they would wake up and they would feel their covers being pulled off the bed, and then sometimes you would even be pulled like they were being held down by the covers, and they would like wake up and they would freak out and they would all like talk about what had just happened. And they would tell my grandparents. My grandparents would be like, "Stop it! You guys are having weird dreams." But they would talk about it amongst themselves, and they're like, "No, we're not crazy. This is three of us talking about different things happening all at the same time, like to us." So I was like, and they were like, they never recovered. They always joke about it, how like it still scars them to this day. They have no idea what it was. They just assumed it was some haunting. They thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
They just had to deal with it. And there's also one more thing I will never mess with. I've never messed with a Ouija board, ever. And I would never. Because I've heard enough stories from people that have messed with those, and I know, like, some people will, like, swear, like, it doesn't work. I tried it over and over. Other people I talked to were like, that thing fucking moved, and it spelled something out, and it was like, I'm never doing it again. But I was fascinated like 2 years ago with it, and I started reading, like, stories online of, like, people's experiences. And that shit, like, so many problems that people had later in their lives with paranormal experiences it all started with a Ouija board. I let whatever the spirit was, I contacted something, and at first it was all playful, and it would write, like, funny words, and they were like, then it got more demanding, and more demanding, and more demanding. And it, would start literally taking over their lives, and it wouldn't leave them alone. So anyway, I know.
I don't even want to touch that.
I would never touch
I don't know.
it.
That's a group involved game, though, right?
Yeah.
So I never really trust the other people that are involved.
Well, that's true,
Like
too.
someone else is just kind of like, oh my god, it's moving this way, but he's actually using his hand to lead it.
You can't do it by yourself?
I think you can do a
Can you
Ouija.
do it?
I think you can do a Ouija board by yourself. I don't know. Maybe not.
I think that would be weird, yeah. But it's also just because I won't do it because it's basically the Scrabble of the spirit world.
Scrabble in the spirit world. That's true. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I know a lot of people are. I realize I need that. I need paranormal stuff to exist because I'm a weak person. And that's it. That's what I need.
Does that
I need-
transcend towards aliens and Bigfoot?
Yeah.
And all
Oh,
those things?
totally.
Yeah,
Oh, I
all
love.
those things?
I think it's foolish to think aliens don't exist. What do you think about that? The universe is so big.
No, I mean, yeah, if you get down to it, the
That's what
aliens
possible
probably
for
do
you.
exist somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Not here, not within a distance we would understand them.
But it doesn't necessarily mean they're like big-eyed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Large
Yeah,
shoulder creatures.
there's a
like
whole
us.
there's a whole like calculation some guy did where you know they're probably aliens, but they're probably like parameciums. You know,
like
they
that,
might be
even small
jellyfish
scale.
when you get there.
Oh, right.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Nothing like exciting like little green men. Or
No
anything like
anal
that.
probes
Gray
or
men or
anything like
whatever.
that.
Martians.
No.
Yeah.
No anal probes?
No anal probes.
Were you excited for that?
Well,
You were hoping for those?
Mondo's really down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and real quick, Bigfoot. I watched. There's a really good History Channel. I don't think it's a Monster Quest. I think it's a documentary on it. They try to disprove the original. Was it 1960? I forget what year it is. Whatever the marquee Bigfoot footage.
Yeah.
And they literally they bring it to the lab. They do all these tests. They do how tall it was, how big the guy in a suit would have had to been, what the gait was. They can't disprove it. They try to disprove it, and they're not saying that it's true, that it was literally Bigfoot, but they're like, the way he was walking, they were just like, and how good the suit was, they're like, this is like not like advanced special effects that we have now. It was like, this is pretty damn convincing. if it was, you know.
Why
so.
is all the footage that they show of that creature
Yeah.
though is always really, really shitty? Like even in modern day, whenever someone sees Bigfoot, at
Right.
the age of HD
Yeah.
Well,
cameras,
has there
wow.
been like footage
there's been
surfaced recently?
modern
Has there?
footage too, and it's all
I know
still
the
blurry.
the last big thing I remember seeing was
Yeah.
someone claiming to have killed Bigfoot. And then
Yeah.
there was that image of Bigfoot stuffed
Yep.
into like a,
In a
big
box.
freezer.
Yep.
I remember
And
that.
turned out to be like a costume, and they just
Yeah.
threw like some
Yeah. What a
animal guts in
surprise.
there.
Just want attention.
I mean, I don't necessarily like. I don't think like if Bigfoot existed, it wouldn't be like to me, it wouldn't be mind blowing. I mean, I think it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
I don't think
where's
that we would
Bigfoot at?
never have found a
Where,
carcass.
where is
or
he at?
nothing.
Where is he supposedly?
Like the
Who knows? There's different versions of it,
Himalayas
different
or-
cultures.
Yeah.
It's always big hairy man. But I mean, the
Amazon.
thing is that in the age of like YouTube, with like YouTube
Somewhat.
money, everyone like does a hoax and puts it
oh yeah,
online, and it's just
absolutely.
yeah.
I'm telling you though, you look very skeptical. Watch that History Channel doc. I'm telling you, they get some respected people in there who break it down and are like, they just can't disprove it totally. That's really the only thing. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's
I'd
a
like to think Bigfoot
scientific
exists.
process. Okay.
You know, I believe in it all. You know, why not?
You want to believe?
I want to. I do. I want to believe.
Yeah.
X-file me. I don't know.
Okay, we can do that.
That's all I got. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
done eating.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
it?
full.
We're just gonna talk about paranormal stuff for our lunch break. That's what we just did.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that. It was fun.
Swing,
It was good.
should we tell anybody about this or?
Oh yeah.
Don't tell.
Yeah.
No.
All right, just making
No.
sure.
Definitely don't tell anyone about my opinions
Okay.
on paranormal because I'll get laughed at. It'll be very
Keep
embarrassing.
that secret. Okay.
So,
Cone of silence.
as you guys, as far as you're concerned, I'm a hardened atheist who doesn't believe in anything but science.
Got it.
Okay, we clear?
That's true.
Good.
That's the
okay.
story we're sticking
Thank
to.
you.
All right.
All right.
Good lunch.
See you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.